Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another reaction to another new Rockstars video. All right, I'm going to tell you right here, I don't really watch a lot of the new Rockstars. I do here and there, but not a lot. So I thought the video they posted yesterday that I watched earlier today was going to be the breakdown, because I didn't know what they do with trailers exactly. Do they just, like, do a reaction and then break it down a little bit? But no, they do full-on 25-minute, excluding the sponsor, it's like 24 minutes, videos breaking down the entire trailer. So again, I don't watch too much new Rockstars, I really don't, but this one I definitely wanted to watch after I saw that it got posted, because this trailer was great, and it's very exciting to see what's going to happen. So anyway, this is the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer breakdown, which also includes Easter eggs and details you missed. How do you know what I missed? I mean, I missed the Patrick Stewart voiceover, so I'm sure there's a lot I missed. To be fair, again, I said this over and over again, I was not following the rumors and leaks that have been coming out for this, so he wasn't even on my radar. So when I heard that voice, I was like, that voice sounds familiar, and then I realized later in that reaction that, oh, Patrick Stewart, and then my dumb brain was still not connecting it to Xavier. I just thought, oh, Patrick Stewart's in the movie. Hell yeah, I love Patrick Stewart. Watch all these X-Men movies, some of them multiple times, especially the first two movies I watched as a kid a lot. So whatever. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's watch it. It's 25 minutes long. So, Mephisto.
Welcome back to New Rockstars.
Hey, what's up, man?
This is a breakdown of the latest trailer for Marvel's Doctor Strange.
Let me move the camera just a little
which
bit.
assures us
I will always be there, old friend.
Old friend.
checkmate. We are getting an MCU Illuminati lineup, including Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier. What is this movie? I gotta admit, I've outdone myself on this one, folks. Analyzing this trailer frame by frame for details I don't think anyone else is insane enough to see or to talk about.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm also gonna include some stuff in the TV spot.
Oh, hentai and Doctor Strange?
In the official poster. Let's get started.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, there's a. Oh, okay. There's a little sponsor thing there. I didn't even notice. Okay, that was quick. Well, why block that one out? Sponsor block. So quick. All right. I've watched this trailer a lot. I watch a lot of reactions too. Pretty good. People lose their shit for Patrick Stewart, not me though, because I'm dumb.
Strange's nightmare, a frightening hellscape covered in bones and skulls. Dead trees bent askew, and in front of him, a representation of the Sanctum Sanctorum melting into inky nothingness like the other New York buildings we saw in the first trailer, all evoking a comic book ink melting of reality in What If Episode 4.
Epic Mickey connection?
Exactly
Epic I assure you I'm the first person to ever make an Epic Mickey reference. Ever.
Thinner than we last
including
saw
War
in Spider-Man
Inspector.
No Way Home, and it is one floor taller. The effect is a more gaunt structure, like a croaking haunted hotel.
Or they just fucked up.
Is his healthy sanctum
Would be the first time Disney kind of didn't really the continuity. I'm not gonna pause that anymore. I will maybe, but not for a while.
Is a glowing red eye, reminding us of
Voltron.
The red edges of Wanda Maximoff's hex reality in WandaVision. This whole nightmare could be being projected into
it's Vision's eye. I mean, not Vision.
Since the
Voltron.
commercials in WandaVision were confirming messages from Strange to Wanda, these two
oh really?
Psychic
that was
now,
confirmed.
this Strange has a patch of blue sewn into the cloak of levitation, an inverse of the red patch on blue of Defender Strange, who saves America Chavez in a second. Blue versus red seems to be an important point of contrast in this film. Strange has been shifted from his normal red tones to blue tone, along with a lot of the settings in this.
Or like a comfy little outfit in Spider-Man.
Red, chaos, and violence. Now, on the other side of the Sanctum doors, there's
why can't red mean
peace? Entrance from the first trailer. Now
kind of
we see how the stormy sea has claimed the whole Sanctum structure, save for the central staircase.
Stairway to heaven.
Extends up and up and up and
so many good visuals. I love it.
Luring one to heaven, except it's not. It goes into this hellish red eye. And at the base of the staircase, these weren't there.
I love it.
The past time we saw the sanctum, now these two statues, one male, one female, both
of them Mephisto. I'm waiting for the Mephisto drop. Oh, okay, sure, I guess.
Behind it, looks like the wheel of an old wheelchair. Now, this isn't exactly the wheelchair Professor X from the X-Men films, but I suspect a lot is going to be changing.
Maybe it's a wheelbarrow. Maybe it's a wagon.
Show up in this film.
A small
then
wagon.
America Chavez gets strung up in front of a star portal, which
I like her face.
opens up to endless more star portals in that portal. This is her best known power, to kick open these star-shaped portals. We might actually be seeing the origin of her powers right here.
Okay. I didn't know that was her ability.
I think it is her home reality, the Utopian Parallel. In the comics, the Utopian Parallel faces destruction from black holes, so her mothers sacrifice themselves, their particles dispersing throughout the multiverse. And the creature attacking her here may be, go with me on this, the Demiurge, who's the embodiment of Earth's sentient life. In the comics, the original source of her powers, and we should mention, is one final form of Billy Kaplan, Wiccan, Wanda Maximoff's son.
Oh,
which could be how this film ties.
Thank you. I'm glad he explains it for dummies like me.
Chavez. Then again, the Demiurge hasn't really been shown to be this hostile and demonic. Actually, another possibility here.
I love the visual here. Yeah, I was thinking like, for some reason I was just getting like a Mummy vibe. Not a Mummy. I'm talking about the movie The Mummy. And I'm talking about the Brendan Fraser one, not the classic.
But connect to Strange's spell, the Crimson Band.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that Tom Cruise one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which could make this fella maybe Sitarak himself. Now, the TV shot actually showed in this moment an alternate Defender Doctor Strange, hair tied back in a ponytail.
Yeah, he's got a ponytail.
Saving America Chavez from this thing, using what looks like a three-dimensional version of Strange's normal flat Eldritch magic to hold off the entity, which would then lead to the shot we see in this trailer of that same ponytail Doctor Strange tumbling through a star portal, a shot that flips upside down to find us back with our Doctor Strange in bed. But is it our Doctor Strange?
That's what sweaty Cumberbatch.
Are fully healed. When in past films, Strange's hands are always meant to be forever scarred.
Oh.
There's an iPad left open on his bed.
Yeah.
Coffee filters into test tubes on his nightstand. Strange said in this part of the trailer that he has the same dream every night. Hell's Sanctum, his alternate self saving a kid, and then the nightmare begins.
Okay, so this is another alternate one.
This reality that he wakes up into, a reality where he never became a sorcerer, he never entered his hands, and really just aged into a lonely douchebag falling asleep with his Pornhub tab still open. Moving on.
How do you know?
Begins.
Maybe he uses... I can't think of another porn site right now. I know plenty.
I did what I had to do.
Spank bang. There you go.
Now, when Strange says the nightmare begins, we should also acknowledge the possibility that the demonic entity
I don't have enough fluids.
could be the villain of this film, as this idea was floated by the original director Scott Derrickson. The Marvel Studios title card turns purple and has tentacles snaking across the wires, evoking the limbs of Gargantos, but also one of the multi-limbed creatures in What If, which this movie seems to be showing the live-action versions of. In fact, on the poster for this film, lower right corner, one broken shard of glass shows the shield.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Good. That's fucking good.
Hinting that he may show up in this film as a live-action version of that character.
For sure.
Dr. Strange
That's happening. That's like the most assured thing. That and the Rambo.
Red orbs, if you look closely, they're coming from the Darkhold on the floor there. That's Marvel Lore's Book of the Damned that appeared on WandaVision first in Agatha's possession before it was claimed by Wanda. That's why the magic he conjures is now red like Wanda's chaos magic, as we saw her conjuring in that final WandaVision scene. We could be seeing a depiction of the various universes being connected in this movie, with Doctor Strange trying to locate one world in particular. And in the foreground of that shot, that looks like that is Wanda Maximoff standing there with him.
I was thinking it was, what's her name? Chavez.
Suddenly afraid, slams all this magic back into the
get back in there.
He's trying to hide it from the person in the room with him. And on that page, you can see a triangle, perhaps a symbol of Marvel's Illuminati, the location he wants to hide from.
He literally, every frame, he does this thing where you can like go frame by frame in a trailer by pressing the comma and the period, and just like he like scans it. Every pixel, it's like triangle. It's very impressive.
For reasons I'll get to later as we move on.
To protect our world. You cannot control everything, Strange. You opened the way between universes.
I love that it says from director Sam Raimi. They knew they had to put that there after No Way Home.
So Strange argues that he did.
But to be fair, all these horror movies that he produces always says from producer Sam Raimi. You know, The Grudge from producer Sam Raimi. Like, no, don't put your name on that. Crawl was a good one though. Anyway,
what he had to do to protect our world, as in. His actions saved his universe at the expense of all other universes. Strange used the Time Stone to give his universe an improper advantage to undo Thanos' snap, and more recently, he used his magic of the Runes of Kafka.
Oh no, did Toby go back to his universe? It's all fucked.
A whole bunch of plot holes. Mordo warned us about this, that when Strange would push the laws of reality like this,
the bill comes due. Always.
And like Strange in that What If universe bypassing an absolute point, this Strange's reality
I can't believe it's been almost 6 years since the original Doctor Strange came out.
Up to interdimensional threats. We see a new look at this melting from the rooftop, individual
so
bricks
good.
breaking off, cars floating in that blizzard headlight.
Prediction: this movie's gonna at least be nominated for Best Visual Effects. Did Doctor Strange ever get nominated for Best Visual Effects? For some reason I'm thinking it didn't. Which, whew.
Light still shining.
Yikes.
Now the melting of the buildings here seems to merge into these black strands, reminding us of the Ancient One's dark branch timeline that she warned Bruce Banner about in Endgame. And here it's not just that reality is melting into nothing, but that chaos is spinning into one beneficiary destination. On to the next clip.
Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
Minotaur. A Minotaur.
He was right.
So we see Scarlet Witch once again holding the seance in the Camartage courtyard. We know that's where it is because you can tell from the statues behind her, in the floor beneath her, the same tiling that we see beneath that Minotaur sorcerer later.
The Minotaur.
In this trailer, this is Rintrah from the comics. But yes, the Scarlet Witch is probably the one attacking Camartage because actually in the TV spot, the sorcerers in that courtyard raise their shields to some floating figure overhead. I'm pretty sure that is Wanda. Now,
Wanda? Okay. I thought it was like a variant of Doctor Strange.
Of WandaVision during the seance. Her Scarlet
like an
Witch
evil one. The evil one.
Her sleeves now cover her arms fully, and darker tones streak through her chest piece and her tiara. Also, as we pointed out before, the tips of her fingers are black, similar to Agatha's fingers when she would use dark magic. And I like this right as we hear Strange say, Wanda. A shockwave blows out from her body. Now, in her orchard, if that is what it really is, Wanda tells Strange that Vision had theories about the multiverse, that it was dangerous. So, despite Vision warning Wanda,
it's an accurate
still
guess, I would say.
Alternate reality in that Westview hex,
it's probably
and now
gonna be nice.
continues to peer through alternate universes to find her children. And yes, this peaceful orchard with sheep is probably an illusion, because later in the trailer, as Wanda points out the double standard of Strange breaking the rules and him getting to be a hero, Strange is wearing the same outfit as he is here in the orchard, suggesting that Wanda's actually in a much darker place in this moment, both in her mindset and in her literal surroundings. Moving on.
I get her point. The only thing I would say against that is that we don't see, like, when he broke the rules in No Way Home, we don't see the outcome of that. You know what I mean? Like, we're still in the middle of it. Also, my problem with Wanda breaking the rules is not with her. I understood, and even though, you know, I wasn't agreeing with pretty much torturing people, like, even if she wasn't fully aware that's what she was doing, the whole, like, they'll never know what you did for, like, that line, it sticks with me still. It's just, like, such a dumb line. So dumb. But whatever. But maybe she's talking about, like, other instances where he broke the rules, I guess. You know, like maybe Infinity War, where he peered through all the different timelines or whatever.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
Well, he's getting punished too, by the way.
Chavez and Christine Palmer to the ruins of what I think is the utopian parallel. And Christine wears this sleek blue outfit, and that's because this might actually be an alternate Christine Palmer whom Strange found working at Illuminati HQ, because the TV spot reveals Christine in these clothes plus a white lab coat in their detainment sector. Then Mordo, or perhaps an alternate version of Mordo that might actually be Sorcerer Supreme from his native reality.
Probably, yeah. I was thinking, because shouldn't he still be hunting down sorcerers?
Using these nifty-looking handcuffs. And I love the design of these because it's a
Too many sorcerers.
Analog sorcerer machinery with runes engraved into that spinning lock in the middle. But overall, they have this chunky silver chrome of something more futuristic, something that might be connected.
I like it's not quite
to the vibranium tech of these
aligned right too, so it feels real.
Sentries who escort Doctor Strange in this awesome location that looks like a Supreme Court Hall of Justice. We see 4 kneeling winged statues, and then a warrior with a sword and a ring, the way a certain multiversal warrior, Captain Carter, emerged from a circular portal with a sword in hand. Now, this whole interior,
Whoa.
the glass ceiling,
Okay.
the curved staircases, the classic columns, is actually the interior of the British Museum in London.
Oh,
A
shit.
place I've been to many times. I love the British Museum. It's famous for having the Rosetta Stone, one of the earliest artifacts that anthropologists have used to translate, decode, cross-reference old languages, which is super fitting for Charles Xavier to model his multiversal nexus point on such a cultural touchstone. Now, assuming this is Illuminati HQ, I find it fascinating the parallels between this and the Citadel of
Would they
Hugh
call it
Grant's
Illuminati though? That's it. Like it'll probably be that, but will it be called something else?
which also had a lit tower, inner columns, and
Tower
4
lit.
statues in its central chamber, one of which was mysteriously destroyed. Never got an answer
Yeah,
to what
yeah,
that was
yeah,
all
yeah.
about.
We never
Now,
did,
there are 6 chairs on the Illuminati panel, but we only see 3 members in this trailer. Could Kang have been a 4th member of the Illuminati who was cast out, leading to him constructing his own crude imitation of the Illuminati Citadel,
Wow.
a citadel, and
It's a
a
good theory.
sham judicial bureaucracy of his own, run by 3 puppets. It's just a theory. Now, if you're keeping your fingers crossed at the stars, next section.
Oh no. What was that?
With Truebill today.
Oh yeah, sponsor Truebill. Go check it out.
We should tell him the truth.
Oh, baby. Yes, one of the biggest reveals in MCU history, one that we will be unpacking for months to come. Yes, that was the voice of Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Professor Charles
I am
Xavier
not.
in the Fox X-Men.
I am not holding my breath though after fucking Ralph Boner.
In films now in
But
the Marvel
it probably
Cinematic
is
Universe as a
Xavier.
member of what is almost certain to be the Illuminati. Now, Marvel's Illuminati is a secret alliance of Tony Stark, Charles Xavier, Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, and Namor. Black Panther was initially
Oh, isn't Namor cast? Aren't they making a Namor thing?
gonna be part of it, but he
Oh fuck! I want to remember who's cast as Namor. It was an actor I really like. I want to say, is it oh fuck! Never mind.
backed out. Actually, in Iron Man 2, Tony Stark had a little app on his phone.
Yeah,
labeled
Illuminati.
Fun little Easter egg there. But here, the Illuminati, if they will still go by that name in the MCU, seem to be serving as a multiversal
think of somebody
governing
else.
body with representatives from
Namor.
across universes. By bringing Fox X-Men characters into this, they're building on the meta logic from Spider-Man No Way Home. Marvel Studios is now adopting formerly separate cinematic universes as mere universes within their multiverse and expanding to the Fox X-Men
Dude.
titles. But if
Good
Patrick
Lord.
Stewart is a representative from a separate reality, that could limit how much of that separate reality we actually see in this movie, and which other Fox X-Men cameo.
This movie's gonna be
like
insane.
Ian McKellen Magneto, Hugh Jackman
Ian
Wolverine,
McKellen.
maybe not, but Ryan Reynolds Deadpool.
Oh,
very
he'd definitely
likely,
be there.
as
Yeah,
he has been
very
long
likely,
confirmed
right?
to cross over to the MCU, and
Jesus
now
R rating
Deadpool
when
has been
anyone's
opened.
film.
I mean,
Hell
this
yeah.
could also give us some
The
context.
MCU is not prepared. I don't know.
Finally,
I think
to
it's
why
prepared.
Evan Peters
Just
was
just fucking grow a pair. This is bullshit.
cast as Wanda's brother Pietro in her Hex. Now, yes, the show producers did say this is just a Ralph Boner joke, but the logic is all in place now. We
Ralph Boner.
never saw Ralph after Wanda's Hex.
I swear to God, if you find out like Patrick Stewart's playing a guy named like I said yesterday, I couldn't think of another funny name, so I was just like, his name's like Frank Furter or something. I'd be like, you fucking, you better not do it. You
It
better
could just
not.
be as simple as Wanda's ability to warp reality might have caused her to pull the likeness of a Pietro from the nearest adjacent universe. Like if Tom Holland
I think it was
Peter
just a
Parker were
joke,
to die in the
honestly.
MCU, and Wanda Maximoff wanted to create a pocket reality where Peter was alive once more, the Peter in that hex might look like Andrew Garfield. If that makes sense to you,
Yeah, I
then
get
Peter's
what you're
actually
saying.
being Pietro
I
from
don't.
his Fox
I think it
X-Men
was just a
timeline,
joke,
crossing
though.
over into
I guess you
WandaVision,
could
making an equal
rewrite
amount of
that to
sense.
make it
Now,
make
meanwhile,
sense later,
I don't
but
know
I have a
if
feeling it
this
was
is
just a
the Charles
joke.
Xavier from the exact Fox X-Men timeline, whatever that was at the end of that series. Because one thing
Yeah,
that was clear is
I
that
don't know
Charles
either.
Xavier died in the year 2029
Yeah.
in Logan after it
The
was revealed
Sunseeker.
he accidentally killed all the X-Men. Most of them.
That is fucking rough. Oh, why do you laugh when he said that? That was a rough scene. You find out he did it.
I think it's likelier that this Charles
Dude,
could be from
and
a branch
that movie's so
timeline
good.
within that
That's
universe,
one of the best
because
superhero
time
movies
travel
ever.
screwed up a lot of stuff there, let's be honest. He actually could be something
I
closer
wanna
to
see
a
that movie again.
live-action version of the X-Men 97, a version of Charles Xavier that existed in a branch timeline that eventually
Aren't they making
discovered
another?
multiversal technology. Now, yes, there
Aren't they
are 6
also making a show again?
chairs. So let's try to fill these chairs. Who they belong to? 2 of the
Mephisto.
figures are seated, and one walks in with a cane. So I'm wondering if this could be Charles, who in this form has found his ability to walk once more. Now the seated
Right,
figure on
okay,
the left
yeah.
wears a form-fitting suit that you could say looks a
looks
lot like the
like-
vibranium armor
Yeah,
of Black Panther.
I was about to say it looks like a It looks like a someone from Wakanda.
And yes, this Illuminati lineup may include a new actor playing a variant T'Challa. However, I think this particular
That could be just be another Black
more
Panther.
slender in the arms, like Reed Richards. But that would also make it less likely to be John Krasinski. Yeah, let's be honest, he's jacked.
He's a Buffalo boy.
Let's slide over to that other seated figure who is hooded. Could this be Sorcerer Supreme Mordo? Or alt-reality Photon or Spectrum Monica Rambeau? Or were those Ultron sentries a clue that one member of this panel is actually Ultron Infinity from What If?
Why does he have hair? It looks like that person has hair though.
But my favorite version of this would be this could be a reality in which Tony Stark's Ultron protocol actually succeeded instead of turning on him, which led to him being able to evolve into the superior Iron Man with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise?
I can actually totally see him playing that version of Iron Man, though. Just the way he looks there.
One played by
Tom Cruise. But it has to be Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder. You're Les Grossman. This is probably his best role ever. Fuck Magnolia.
It just seems all possible, doesn't it? But let's focus on what Charles actually says here. We should tell him the truth.
We should tell him the truth.
The truth that Strange maybe didn't do anything wrong, or that him becoming a sorcerer was a mistake, or that all of this is just some Kang exposed sham organization? Perhaps, but I think the truth here is that the MCU that we have loved all these years is not the core reality of this multiverse.
Right.
That instead, we have actually been living in an incomplete post-House of M reality, where mutants have been erased this whole time. We just didn't see it as anything wrong. And now
I wonder
it is
why.
time to fix that. Let's move on.
No mutants. We live in the post Fox being bought. That fucking image is so good. Such a Sam Raimi shot. That shot of Wanda's eye too going in, which is the thumbnail here.
Fall through a reality with dinosaurs, a T-Rex fighting a Triceratops, but then to top that, they insanely smash into an animated cartoon reality. This could be
shit, I didn't even notice that.
Crossovers with What If. This could actually be how the animated Captain Carter.
I didn't even notice that.
Then Strange in America explode into
this.
puzzle pieces. Visual that looks like a mix of Drax's reality story and Infinity War and Joe Quesada's art of the Scarlet Witch on the House of M variant cover.
Fucking love it.
Their blocks look
to
like
a
stones
Tetris.
from a statue, and you can actually see the rows of Steven's individual teeth still intact in his gums on each block. On to the next clip.
So good. Fucking love that visual. Oh man, this is gonna be a showpiece.
Become a hero. I do it. I become the enemy.
So yeah, it looks like Wanda will invade Illuminati HQ.
I still don't. I don't say it. Like Doctor Strange didn't torture people.
The way Captain Marvel does.
I guess he did fuck up though.
Look
To
at
be
that
fair.
person closely. This is a woman of color. Now I know some of you think this is Tom Cruise with a goatee, but that's just a contouring of her cheeks. Tom Cruise's figure is not this womanly, folks. This is definitely either
I
Monica
disagree.
Rambeau or her mother,
He's
Maria Rambeau.
pretty hot.
Maria Rambeau's call sign was.
He's pretty hot.
And in the main MCU, she died of cancer during the blip. But in WandaVision, Monica Rambeau powered up into the superhero we assume will either be Photon or Spectrum. And the moment that happened, her body
Photon and
was split
Spectrum
into
both
several
sound like
alternate selves
cable
as she
providers.
passed through that hex
I want to
wall.
say Spectrum
I think
is.
one of those alternate selves could be this one we are seeing now. If you think about it, Monica fighting Wanda seems to be the most epic collision, considering these two were both there for the Battle of Westview in WandaVision. Then we see the attack on Kamar-Taj in the tea room that we saw in the 2016 film, including Master Hamir returning from that film. Then a close-up of America Chavez gives a good look at her wardrobe. Flowers embroidered on her jean jacket, along with the phrase "Amor es amor," love is love.
How did you read that?
Some LGBTQ plus representation. Gargantos throws the bus with an ad on the end for La Llave Coffee, the key, with the tagline, "Unlock a better day." And then over to the left, a phone booth has an ad for Celestial Tea, the magic of tea. Then, I love this shot. Strange looks up at another alternate sanctum with a statue out front. A statue that
Where's
has
his goatee?
no facial hair.
Yeah,
Though in this
I thought that too.
greenery
What the fuck?
and oddly curved wind turbines cover all the buildings, and white flowering trees line the streets. Trees
what's
like
going
the
on?
ones in Wanda's fake orchard. So in Strange's nightmare, we saw the darkest timeline. Here, this looks like the brightest timeline, where a variant Strange has used his powers only to better society. Moving on.
Yeah, my head is at home Spider-Man.
It doesn't seem fair.
Who's she punching him? Oh, doesn't she punch stars holes or something, right?
And this is Wanda's Westview house in WandaVision. You can see two scooters in the background belonging to her sons, Billy and Tommy. One of their baseball gloves on the floor there. But this place is wrecked. The staircase handrail, the balusters are broken, as if there was a fight between these two Wandas. And the standing one is the one who is barefoot. Youch. I actually wondered if this kneeling Wanda tried to recreate the Westview hex to have her children once more, but failed. And now, defeated, she's letting the darker side of her identity take over. If you think about it, the last time we saw her in WandaVision, her consciousness was split into two conscious selves. Something people who astrally project normally can't do. There was one in casual wear brewing tea, and then the other one in the Scarlet Witch form searching for her kids actively. Now, I am wondering which of those two is actually the deadlier threat. The one who's searching for her kids, or the one who's just sipping tea, not giving up? We see that shot again of Mordo striking Strange's cuffs. Now I'm wondering if Mordo might be doing this on purpose to free Strange so that Strange can help them fight this invading Scarlet Witch. But it might be too late because a huge explosion from red chaos magic tears through the HQ, leading to these elaborate fireworks as we think Rainbow's form gets blasted through that explosion. Then this other sorcerer uses a sick move with a lasso to attack Gargantos. The TV spot actually showed America Chavez beneath this gross underbelly. And in these close-ups, you can see how each of its tentacles suckers are actually bound with
look at all the suckers.
Then this
Look at those suckers.
aiming red chaos
I
magic.
love this shot.
The doorway of Illuminati HQ.
So good.
Her face is bleeding like crazy.
You can see something in the reflection of her eye, right? I noticed that in the thumbnail.
Behind her in the distance,
You see her hand.
like one of the bells of Camartage. Perhaps after sacking that location and holding her seance there,
dude,
she used that to access the gateway.
It's gonna be so weird watching a movie after something like this and be like, oh, he nailed every single thing. Right? A lot of it just seems plausible.
Of two holding cells. These are Illuminati detention
it looks like a
Dr. Strange was cuffed
where they put Loki in
Avengers.
There you go.
Holds America in another cell. So I think
why does her face look weird there?
Has been able to find a reality with their sons. The reason why her attempt to recreate Westview didn't work is that the Illuminati are detaining Billy and Tommy here in these two cells. And for Wanda, that's especially infuriating because it's exactly what Hydra did to her and her twin brother, locking them up in adjacent cells. Like in the comic House of M, all of this madness comes from a denial by Professor X and by Doctor Strange to allow Wanda reality with her children. And it's going to end with Wanda drastically warping all that reality. But in this case, I think a restoration of mutants alongside Avengers in the MCU. On the final clip.
I'm okay with that. Maybe he wasn't saying strange. He was just saying the situation is strange. They better not put a joke like that in again. I don't want to hear it.
Of Doctor Strange and
that is the funniest joke in the first Doctor Strange, though. Mainly because Mads Mikkelsen's such a good actor.
Like they're actually made of the same inky
yeah,
texture
the inky Yui. Ew, inky. Ew, inky.
Now, the TV spot actually shows Strange facing another peak across the way with some winged devil at the peak of it. That spot also shows a close-up of Strange.
I love that. It looks so good.
Rotting away, looking alive.
Someone in my comments, shout outs to whoever said it. I can't remember now. Said like it would be really fun if this was the Bruce Campbell cameo. I don't know if they even confirmed if he will have one, but Sam Raimi always puts Bruce Campbell in a movie, so they better have let him put Bruce Campbell somewhere. It would have been fun if this is him, just with some makeup and a lot of special effects around his face.
Like his zombie Strange self.
Even though I obviously rather him be in the movie, actually.
Episode 5. I pointed out because the TV spot also includes a shot of Wanda looking especially zombie-like. Now, while Zombie Strange in that episode got devoured by ants, Zombie Wanda survived, and she returned in the final episode. So I don't know if these are
before he got
as much as they're just animated corpses, but it is insane to see their souls so strong that they
an animated corpse? I guess not. I guess he could be a vampire. Animated corpse is a vampire. So good. Look at it. Look at those skeleton hands and arms. So good. Look at the little skulls inside too. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was getting too. Yeah. One of the best shots ever in a Marvel movie.
I find it interesting that Strange's soul is all he has left. The film title comes together from hundreds of pieces, like the shattering and reassembling shards of reality in this movie. But this is the third title design.
Yeah, I actually was thinking that too at the end. I was like, that looks different.
It's almost like
because there's a multiverse.
The studio wants us to constantly reframe the reality in which we see this movie every time they talk.
I like the first one better.
So you gotta check out our
that looks very
options, including
Mephisto. There we go. Here we go. Here's Mephisto. I was waiting for Mephisto. I would love if he never said Mephisto in this, and Mephisto actually shows up this time.
Follow New Rockstars, subscribe.
And I don't watch every New Rockstars video, and I know this boy loved Mephisto. He wants him to show up so bad. If Ghost Rider's in it though, right? Because Ghost Rider, the Nick Cage one, had Mephisto, right? So I know Ghost Rider's Mephisto has a big part, but I'm just saying the movie. Right? Was it Mephisto or is it somebody else? I want to say it's Mephisto. Or is it Mephistopheles? Is that the same fucking person? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know devil shit. Anyway, we'll let it play out. A little music. That was a really fun video. Those goes by really quick because it's just like they do a great job. I don't know if it's ever who else edits these. If it's just Eric Voss, I don't think I've ever seen anybody else. But again, I haven't watched every video. I assume so. It's called New Rockstars. Maybe it doesn't say. There's credits. I just wasn't paying attention or something. No. Maybe it says in here. Patreon producer. Oh, here we go. Producer. There you go. Writer him. Because I would love to do stuff like this. I just hate editing so much. All right, there you go. A bunch of editors. Damn. Editing is like a nightmare. I do not envy anybody that is an editor. It's an actual nightmare. So Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness trailer breakdown. That was pretty good. I like that, New Rockstars. You did a great job. You get a gold star. Here, go. Now, see, this is when if I had an editor, I'd be able to edit a gold star. I could edit it in, but I'm not doing that. Anyway, that was great. So link in the description, of course. I don't think I said that earlier, but I always link stuff like this in the comments. And if I don't, call me on it because that means I just forgot to put the link. When it comes to like trailers and shit, I just don't like. I could, but there's no point. Like at a certain point, like why does it matter? Because everybody's gonna watch that anyway. You know, like if they're watching my reaction, they probably already watched the trailer. That's my thought process. And also, like Marvel doesn't need my little link in my description. You know, they don't need it. You know, like I think they're fine. So usually just YouTube created stuff I link because there is a possibility someone hasn't watched a video. You know, there's that one person out there is like, oh, I need to watch this first. Anyway, but I guess you could say the same thing about the trailer, but the trailer's everywhere. Whatever. Anyway, that's it. Great stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.